Hello everyone, welcome to this week's Astrology News Report, an alternate view of world events as seen through the lens of Vedic astrology, presented by yours truly, Ron Berger. Today is January 31st, 2016. In this segment, we'll take a look at the week that was and see how the planets' positions in the zodiac matched up with the past week's events. All week, the tension has been building in preparation for Monday, February 1st, for the first on-the-record test of the presidential horse race, known as the Iowa caucus. Here's the chart of the start of the event. The rising sign is Leo, with its ruler, the Sun, appropriately placed in the 6th house of struggle. Note the retrograde Jupiter-Rahu conjunction prominent in the rising sign. Jupiter is the planet of truth and belief, conjunct Rahu, the eclipse point, which can obscure things and thus cause confusion. So, the Iowa caucus is marked by a planetary pattern indicating confusion over the beliefs and doubt about the truth. Mercury, the planet of rational thinking and therefore making rational decisions, is tightly conjunct Pluto, the planet of destruction and resurrection. Pluto also indicates generational, large-scale changes. The Mercury-Pluto combo is exactly squared by Uranus, the planet of freedom and rebellion, and unexpected events. This pattern suggests that the outcome of the Iowa caucus will be something unusual and unexpected. Note, too, that Mars is with the Moon in Libra. The Moon is the significator of the public. Mars is the planet of aggression and combat. Libra is the sign of idealism. This pattern suggests that the voting public will be in a pugnacious mood, ready to demonstrate their ideals, and suggesting that the outsiders, like Bernie Sanders and Donald Trump, may indeed prevail over the establishment candidates. Mercury is the planet of communications, and therefore the media. Last week, Mercury was exactly conjunct Pluto and simultaneously squared by Uranus, setting up a stressful pattern for Mercury, which brings destructive thinking and unusual Mercury events, which last week turned the media itself into a media event. The Donald once again grabbed everyone's attention when he threatened to skip the upcoming Fox News Republican debate because his enemy, Megyn Kelly, would be one of the interrogators on the moderator panel. By following through on his threat, the Donald stole the show again, and this time by not showing up. The debate itself was the usual raucous circus, a circular firing squad in which no one made a solid case for himself as being the Trump alternative. Fox News anchors, without their preferred target, instead set their crosshairs on Ted Cruz, the other non-establishment front-runner, who seemed to suffer the most from this Trumpless debate. In effect, Trump benefited from the debate by getting Fox to redirect their firepower on his main rival. In another example of Mercury gone awry, the State Department last week announced that they were withholding 22 of Hillary Clinton's heretofore to be released emails, due to these emails containing information designated as top secret. Note that Mercury, planet of communications, is conjunct Pluto, planet of toxic secrecy, and squared by Uranus, planet of independence and freedom. In other words, was Hillary at liberty to send these emails through her personal server, or was she doing something that was secret and forbidden? And on top of that, Jupiter, planet of truth, is exactly conjunct Rahu, the eclipse point, indicating obscuring the truth. Looking over at Hillary's birth chart, we have to notice that her natal Mercury, ruler of her 12th house of hidden activities, does exactly conjunct her ascendant, making her a naturally secretive person. Since early January, Jupiter, planet of truth and belief, has been retrograde, in other words, backwards in the heavens, and simultaneously conjunct Rahu, an eclipse point which indicates obscuring, and, in Vedic astrology, obsession. The result is an obsession with beliefs, fanatical beliefs, which can also obscure the truth. Here's a few recent examples of how that energy pattern has been manifesting. Donald Trump so believed in the loyalty of his followers that he said he could stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody, and you would all still vote for me. Maine Governor Paul LePage recently said mere prison sentences aren't enough for drug traffickers, that he wanted to bring back the public execution of such lowlife via the guillotine. Now, why would anyone disagree with that? Ammon Bundy and his band of cowboys took their anti-government beliefs so seriously they took over a federal wildlife refuge in Oregon, occupying the federal land for weeks, until a traffic stop and a gunfight resulted in their arrest last Tuesday and the death of one of their members. And, over in Italy, rather than risk transgressing the tender Muslim sensibilities of Iran's visiting president with nude statues during his museum visit, authorities covered up the offending Roman antiquities before President Rouhani arrived for his tour. Okay, that'll do it for this week's Review of the Week. You can keep up with daily astrological developments and contribute your own thoughts by following me on Twitter at Astro News Report.